Where are you?
I'm in a hotel about 2.5 blocks from Times Square, Midtown Manhattan.
And for folks, we keep saying it's headed toward New York, but is it headed toward Manhattan? Is it headed toward where you are?
What they're going to find is, I think, some high water along the shoreline, some of the islands, Fire Island, Long Island. Along the shoreline of New Jersey, they're evacuating low-lying areas now. They're encouraging people to get out now because the storm surge, this is the water that's pushed up inland ahead of the heart of these hurricanes. So anybody in low-lying areas is I don't know what the word is. It's stronger than advised. They're very much encouraged to get out. It's a mandatory evacuation for low-lying areas in New York City right now. Where I am, I'm in the middle of Manhattan, so I'm up several feet above sea level, so I'm not threatened. But people who live here near the beach are getting out.
There are a lot of tourists like you who are visiting, though. What if you can't fly out of there right now, right? They've canceled the flights or put everything on the ground?
The flights, I'm sure, will be canceled, but airlines have a habit of not canceling until just a few hours before they have to. Well, what's happening is, at noon tomorrow, the transit system is essentially going to close. So you can't get in or out of Manhattan beginning at noon tomorrow. Now, what they're saying is the subway cars have to be stored somewhere, and it takes 8 hours to get them all off of the tracks and stored. So that's why they're shutting down the system at noon, when the highest winds are not expected to probably sometime Saturday night, maybe even Sunday morning. So they're preparing for this. But what it means is Manhattan's going to be shut down for the first time, according to the reports I'm hearing, for the first time ever. They're shutting down the transit system, the subway system, ahead of time for an event they're anticipating. That's what they're saying. It's the first time they've done that.
So many visitors and travelers like you who seem like they can't get out. I mean, on one hand, they have mandatory evacuations. On the other hand, it seems really hard for people like you to get out. Is there any help available for other people like you?
I don't know what we can do for people like me. I mean, you're right. You're absolutely right. I'm in a hotel room. There are probably thousands of us here in Manhattan. Maybe some people not fully aware if they're from a foreign country, which Manhattan attracts many times. People from all over the world are here. May not quite realize what's going on. But locals are going inland, and the bridges, the tunnels, the system itself is closing tomorrow. I suppose if you could get to the airport and get out of here, the airport's probably logjam right now, but I can't even get to the airport, or at least I won't be able to. My flight's not supposed to leave until Sunday evening, and I've already told people that unlikely I'm going to get out of here Sunday night. Now, Monday the weather improves, and we'll see what we can do. The storm may knock out power and cause all sorts of problems, so Monday might be an issue, but the weather Monday is going to be nice.
What's the feeling from people around you, people on the streets? Just what's the feeling like in Manhattan right now?
That's a very good question because, of course, I'm not from New York, and I'm getting the feel just by kind of reading between the lines of what I'm hearing. Apparently, in January, the mayor was slow to react to a snowstorm, so locals are a bit hesitant to believe the mayor when he's saying, you need to take precautions on this one. They say that because he was slow to react and got criticized back in January, he might be overreacting to this. However, all I can do is watch TV. I don't have access to weather information, but I'm seeing computer models on these TV shows that indicate to me it's going to come right across the top of Long Island, if not Manhattan, over the next 48 hours.
What are you going to do?
Well, tonight we have theater tickets. And tomorrow we're planning to get up. I'm here with my son. I'm here to show him some of the museums and the sites, and we went to a Yankees game a couple of days ago, so it's a vacation for me. We're going to get up tomorrow morning, and we're planning to go to one of the museums. We're presuming we're going to have to walk back because they're going to shut down the system, and we don't have a subway to get back. That's okay. But through the afternoon tomorrow, we'll stop at a grocery store, get some water, and come back to the room and make sure we have supplies just in case we lose power. But we're planning until we're forced to go indoors to walk around, maybe go to another theater performance, and enjoy the city as long as we can. But we're not leaving tomorrow. We probably can't leave on Sunday.
When the storm actually does roll in, what's your plan?
Well, if it's going to rain hard and the wind's going to blow heavy, of course we're going to stay inside and we'll look out the window. We've got a nice view. We're in what's called Chelsea, if anybody knows where Chelsea is. We're west of the downtown mid-Manhattan area, about 2.5, 3 blocks west of Times Square. So we have this beautiful view of lots of big buildings off in the distance, and we're just going to watch the storm come in from the room.
What floor are you on?
7.
7, okay. No extra precautions, no extra safety precautions? You're from North Carolina, you know hurricanes.
I think water. I want to make sure I've got my phone charged. I've got plenty of water, maybe some snacks. It is New York. I'm hoping that not every single thing closes. I'm concerned about the power going out. So I want to be prepared for that. And that's about all I can do. If the weather lets up, I know it sounds kind of perverse, but Jack and I, my son, if the weather lets up, we plan to go out and look around, maybe see what Times Square looks like when it's empty. Then I'm presuming it's going to be empty, maybe just tourists. But the locals are going to be leaving, and I don't think anybody's going to be downtown on Saturday night or Sunday.
Mark, how many hurricanes have you witnessed?
Well, I've been in Charlotte, North Carolina for dozens of tropical storms and hurricanes that have come close. But you know what? I don't believe I've ever been in a full-force hurricane. We've had some that came close to Charlotte, and Charlotte's close enough to the shoreline with so many people who have interest at the coastline of the Carolinas, and we would cover it and talk about it, and it was a real big news story dozens of times in those years I worked down there. So I've witnessed them nearby, and I've talked about them on TV for 18 years in Charlotte, but I don't think I've ever been in one.
Can you believe that, of all things, you're in New York City and there's a hurricane?
Well, no. I mean, that is really bizarre. I miss all the hurricanes in Charlotte. I take some time off for a vacation that I would never expect. You know, in any given year, you would never expect a hurricane to come into New York. So it is bizarre, and especially maybe even funny to some people that I'm trapped by the hurricane here. Of course, I feel bad for people who are going to have to work for me on Monday. I'm not going to get into work on Monday with maybe not even Tuesday. I'm not even sure.
Well, is there anything else you want to let the viewers know, Mark?
No. In an odd, twisted way, I look forward to giving you reports because I'll be right here and I can tell you what I'm seeing, and you might be able to tell me more about if the power goes out. You'll be able to tell me more what's going on with the storm from Michigan. Of course, now I'm hoping also that the cell phone service doesn't go out. That's another issue. If you don't hear from me, then I obviously can't get through to you.
Well, we'll be thinking about you. I hope you stay safe. I think that's, I feel like if anyone's prepared to handle it, you're prepared.
Well, you asked me a few days ago if the hurricane was coming to New York, and I said it wasn't going to be here till next week. I thought from what I could tell before I left, it wouldn't be here until maybe Monday or Tuesday. So I don't know what's happened because I was out of touch and I didn't pay close attention. And I was coming anyway because I had all sorts of plans months ahead of time. You know how vacations are. So I'm wondering why this thing is going to take a quick jump from North Carolina today to New York in 48 hours. That's a pretty quick jump. So I'm still puzzled why it's going to be what this forecast changed that created that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the forecast, when I left there, the forecast was the storm was not going to be in here till several days later. So I had no problems coming. Never thought it was going to be an issue. But something sped it up, changed the forecast, and now what I'm seeing is, it's going to come right through here, yeah.
And when is it supposed to go through there?
Well, the highest winds they're expecting Saturday night or Sunday morning. Sunday morning, they're anticipating winds in downtown Manhattan at 90 miles per hour.
Well, stay safe, Mark. We'll be thinking about you, and we'll give you a call, and you can call us as well.
Okay, thanks,
All right.
Diana.
Talk to you later.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye.